On the news tonight, Councillor-elect of Rimba Ibagi Ward receives certificate of return. Activities of men of the underworld in Gwarimpa nipped in the bud. And owners of public and private structures in the FCT urged to enhance fire alert systems to avoid disaster. Good evening, and here is NTA Channel 5 News at 7. I am Aisha Oba Ali. The councillor-elect of Rimba Ibagi Ward of Abuja Area Council, Usman Aminu, has been issued with certificate of return following his victory at the by-election conducted on the 24th of April 2021. A former Ojenta reports that the certificate was presented by the FCT INEC resident electoral commissioner Yahaya Bello.
Is your certificate of return. You have been duly elected as a councillor representing your people. I congratulate you.
Resident Electoral Commissioner INEC FCT Yahaya Bello, who noted that the Commission considers all election important and is committed to delivering credible elections at all levels, called on the councillor-elect to discharge his duties creditably.
May Allah Almighty God, help this councillor to perform his own duties, although he has a very short period to recontest again, because the election of the area council of the FCT is now scheduled for February 12th, 2022.
The councillor-elect Usman Aminu Yizo of the APC defeated 4 other contestants to take up the vacant councillorship seat of Rimba Ibagi Ward in Abuja Area Council.
Nothing I have to say. To only give thanks to my voters, my ward people, my Almighty Allah who guide me for me to protect them.
The by-election conducted on the 24th of April 2021 was as a result of the death of Usman Wodi, councillor representing Rimba Ibagi Ward. Ifoma Ojinta, NTA News.
Activities of men of the underworld in Gwarimpa area of Abuja have been brought under control thanks to the effective partnership between security operatives and residents. This was the view of the Divisional Police Officer of Gwarimpa, Deputy Superintendent of Police Babagana Galadima, on this week's edition of Call the Police on NTA Channel 5 Abuja. Habiba Oladipo has the details.
Top on the list of crimes that were prevalent in Gwarimpa include robbery, one chance and drug peddling. The man in charge of protecting lives and businesses in the area and his men are now resting on their oars to nip criminality in the bud.
The issue of drug abuse as well as substance abuse and drug peddling is being stable for now. We have been taking the ward to their enclave. We have been raiding them. We have been charging some to court, and the judiciary has been of great and immense help. They have not been taking such cases with a kid's glove.
Another issue of concern to residents is the activities of scavengers who commit crimes under the guise of earning a living.
When I assumed office, I saw scavengers all over Gwarimpa. I now call my management team at the divisional level. We put this together and map out strategies, and we pursue it to the latter. We took the war to their enclave, we took the war to where they are hiding, we took the war to where their activities is high. We arrest them and charge most of them to the courts.
As the police intensify measures to safeguard lives, the DPO solicited the cooperation of residents with relevant information. Habiba Oladipo, NTA News.
Reducing incidences of fire outbreak and disaster management is the concern in the FCT, stating a recent move by the fire service warning owners of public and private structures to immediately install and link fire alert systems to its emergency monitoring center or risk being sealed. Mariam George Jutuba followed up on this notice and brings us up to speed.
Following the incessant incidences of fire outbreak in Nigeria, the House of Representatives last month, in a resolution, urged the Federal Fire Service to ensure that all public structures and markets within the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, and the country at large have functional fire alerting systems to save lives and property. In a motion titled Curbing the Menace of Fire Outbreak in Nigeria, moved by Honorable Henry Nwawuba.
This fire alert system is a new innovation, new device that when installed in your in residential houses or business areas, you see if there is likely fire outbreak, it will alert us on time as it is happening. The system will pick up. Then now it will start ringing. Then when it starts ringing, then it will now alert us.
Investigations reveal that fire incidents is a recurring phenomenon in Nigeria, with cases of fire incidents reported across the nation without any sign of cessation. These outbreaks are caused by many factors, which include human negligence. The FCT Fire Service is charged by the FCT Fire Service Act with the responsibility to facilitate all firefighting and fire preventive activities in its jurisdiction.
Some residents here in Abuja, when there is fire outbreak in their own houses, they tend to forget about our numbers. They don't remember the numbers to call us. Then sometimes it is just a passerby that will come and inform us that there is fire at so place. Then you see, before now we follow that person to reach the incident place. It consumes a lot of time.
There have been reported cases of fire outbreak at some plazas, high-rise buildings, and major markets across the country, which have led to the loss of lives and property worth millions of naira. A visit to some public and private structures indicate inadequate fire alerting systems. However, this latest measure is to ensure a drastic reduction in response time as fire service is alerted promptly in the event of fire outbreak. Mariam George, Jitubo, NTA News.
Meanwhile, as Nigerians join the rest of the world to mark the World Day for Safety and Health at Work, FCT residents commend the federal government of Nigeria for deciding on the work-from-home policy, which has helped in reducing work hazards, especially with the emergence of COVID-19 in Nigeria in 2020. Ayenaji Auta has the details.
In 2003, the International Labour Organization, ILO, started observing World Day for Safety and Health at Workplace in order to stress the prevention and reduction of accidents and diseases at work globally. This annual celebration, every April 28, also seeks to commemorate injured and fallen workers, having discovered that 2.78 million work-related deaths occur every year worldwide, with over 380,000 recorded from fatal accidents, 2.4 million as a result of occupational diseases including cancer.
As you are serving humanity, saving the public, that you shouldn't, your life, your health should not be compromised, and you should be encouraged and assisted in all ramifications and in every way possible, deliberately, to ensure that the services, the occupation that you are involved in is not the source of your ill health.
The International Labour Organization uses this opportunity to raise awareness and stimulate dialogue on the importance of creating and investing in resilient occupational safety and health systems.
In as much as if people can keep strictly to the protocols brought out by the Nigerian government about social distancing, about hygiene, about covering their face and all that, if they can do all those things, it will still help in reduction of this.
In developing countries like Nigeria, it's not quite easy because in this part of the world, we don't have safety systems in place. That is why the UN and other international institutions have come up with this theme so that we can invest into health and safety.
This year's theme is Anticipate, Prepare and Respond to Crisis. Invest now in resilient occupational safety and health systems. due to the advent of COVID-19 pandemic, which has affected every aspect of the world of work globally. Ayena J. Auta, NTA News.
Figures from the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, as at 27th April 2021, indicate 8 new cases of COVID-19 in the FCT, bringing the total number of confirmed cases to 19,783, while active cases stand at 528, and the number of discharged cases in the territory put at 19,090, with 165 deaths recorded in the Federal Capital Territory. To say that regular car check will help keep the road safe would be stating the obvious because of the benefits. However, the nonchalant attitude of motorists towards their vehicle in most cases is responsible for some road accidents. Correspondent Chidinma Anso Agomo in this report tells us more about the benefit of regular car check.
Annual check by physician keep one in a good health. The same goes for car regular check to help keep the car in good shape. It is vital to check one's car in every 6 months, depending on how often one drives. This is to ensure the lights, steering, brake and tires, among others, are in optimal condition. No wonder the FCT Vehicle Inspection Office has what it calls computerized vehicle inspection to keep Abuja Road safer.
People, you realize that they will have a bad maintenance culture in this aspect of, this part of the world. Under normal circumstances, you are supposed to take your vehicle. And now that we have a computerized inspection plaza in FCT, the first of it in Nigeria, now we have other states that already have these inspection plazas. So we have it handy now that on your own you can drive into the plaza to see if your vehicle, particularly is the system of the vehicle, are functioning.
Sadly, most motorists think that car check is only necessary when engine lights comes on red. Keeping one's vehicle in peak optimal condition can help identify potential hazards and save money by preventing additional damage.
Under normal circumstances, before you are issued with roadworthiness certificates, the vehicle is supposed to be inspected. And when the vehicle is certified okay, that is when the roadworthiness certificate will be issued. Within the 3 months, you are expected to take your vehicle to the plaza because you are paid for it. You are not paying anything again after the renewal of your vehicle papers because it has been charged with the renewals.
Information about vehicle condition has substantial health benefits. It is no longer news that people are happy when their cars are in good condition. Chidimansi Agomo, NTA News.
The final day of the 2020-2021 group stage of the CAF Confederation Group A comes to an end as Bayern Munich announced Julian Nagelsmann as their new manager. Let's join Rukaya Abbas Hassan for details and more on Sports Brief.
All eyes will be on the CAF Confederation Group A game between Enyimba FC and Orlando Pirates on the final day of the 2020-2021 group stage later today. Enyimba are set to host South African Giants Pirates in Nigeria, with both teams keen to qualify for the quarterfinals of Africa's secondary club tournament. While Algerian Giants ES Setif will play host to Libyan side Al Ahli Benghazi in another Group A game as they eye a spot in the knockout phase. Meanwhile, Paul Onuachu has moved up a race in the latest European Golden Boot race, moving past Real Madrid's Karim Benzema. Onuachu was previously in 8th place, but after scoring Geng's goals in the loss to Royal Antwerp, the Nigerian international moved up a spot to 7th place. Only Robert Lewandowski with 35 goals has scored more than Onuachu's 29 for Genk in European leagues this season, sitting above world-class players like Harry Kane and Mohamed Salah. Elsewhere, Bayern Munich have announced that Julian Nagelsmann is to become its new manager, with the Bundesliga champions reportedly paying up to 22 million euros or $30 million compensation to RB Leipzig to secure the services of the highly rated coach on a 5-year contract. After learning of Hansi Flick's desire to walk away from his role at the Alliance Arena when the 2020 and 2021 campaign comes to an end, Bayern wasted no time in getting a successor lined up. In boxing, former world welterweight king Floyd Mayweather will face off against YouTube personality Logan Paul in an exhibition bout at Miami's Hard Rock Stadium on June 6th. The superstar took to Instagram to share the news of the fight. A separate post from Mayweather Promotions billed the contest as a historic crossover event dubbed Bragging Rights. With Sports Brief, Rukaya Abbas Hassan, NTA News.
Before we go, remember that COVID-19 vaccine is free. Please avail yourself the opportunity to be vaccinated. It is the effective way of curtailing the spread of the virus. That concludes the news tonight. I hand you over to translation. Good evening.
shaje wo wana bi ku shagbe da yi wana ba shi ba da wo mu president su fa yuba wani wa wana ba ye gai anaba gi asi da inga kansila wo bai gi inge kuliya rimba e bagi abaji gwamnati bibi Usman Aminu INEC la bagbatu kuliya gi kansila nya gawo ifoma jinta wada ga INEC bai she ba kuliya ko satu ni kwadi ayin zanagmai INEC nya wona gawo pabu ye ko ya bello wadaga kansila kuliya ya kwayi da hata shi aba a yofayanu wala kansila wawaye gyatubwa ga wala Washington manai ukwana shi azaba kin wato shi kpage ya kwayi abusi bida gwarinpa atete ba sapanya je DSP baba gana galadima wada inge abin kwai shi gwarinpa sapa akuba shi gbashi Habiba Oladipo wada inge DP yange gwarinpa nya wa godo inge ba mi ba wa inge nasara ye kwanyi intuge aye gbebodonu agin titne shi we bai daba da kwai nu sanu in abe nya wa abe nya NTA ya tete ba kwai we ga awe kaya into abusi bida tutnu mbashilo ikizi da kwai na ba asha banu kwai shigbe gwamnati ana gogo atitnishin ba bala atitnishin ba atnagmai yi ya dudu ikizi da ga ba shi ba mi bayan kun atnagmai ba ku ana gogo puwa nagi shalu nyato nkon ba shi kwa lusha sanu puwa gi puwa go nai kwada azakpe Mariam George Chetubo wada inge atitishi ba da hai in kwato fi inge ba babbatun gwamnati ba lokola ba egu intuge kizid na ye kwashi inge abanu kwa na gogo shigbanu kizid da ye kwayi intu na bo ko anya alama gbaji na ba kuzo yiba ja da wasu shakwasi sasu
ko kun san abu mafi sauki a gare ni shine wato hada nin ina da lambobi na Glo. Za a iya yin ɗaya a cikin wayannan don wato in kira lambar *109* NIN#, ko kuma in kira wato 109 kuma wato in saurari duk umarnin da aka bani in yi amfani da shi. Idan kuma ba na so in kira fa sai in tura saƙon text na nin ɗina zuwa 109. Idan kuma ka manta wato da lambar nin ɗin kafa za ka iya buga *346#. Take lambar za ta fito. Idan kuma ka manta ba ka yi rajista ɗin nin ɗinka fa, kar ka damu. Ka samu ka shiga kowane ofishin Glo World mafi kusa da kai kai rajista. Haɗa nin ɗinka da lambar Glo ɗinka ba wuya, abu ne mai sauƙi 100%. Ka ji dai. Glo Unlimited.
mu barkamu da yammaci ga fasarar takaitattun labarai mai karantawa Isiyaku Buhari Suleja. Hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta ta mika wa zaɓaɓɓen kansila mai wakiltar gundumar Rimba Ibagi da ke ƙaramar hukumar Abaji takardar shaidar nasarar cin zaɓe. Wakiliyarmu Ifoma Ojinta ta ruwaito mana cewa bayan nasarar da ya samu na sake yin zaɓe da aka yi ranar 24 ga watan Afrilu 2021. Hukumar zaɓe mai zaman kanta na babban birnin tarayya ta mika masa takardar shaidar wanda kwamishinan na hukumar Yahaya Bello ya mika masa. Kansilan da aka zaɓa ƙarƙashin jam'iyyar APC Usman Aminu wanda ya samu nasarar akan masu takara guda hudu bayan mutuwar kansilar da yake wakiltar gundumar. An bayyana cewa miyagun mutane da suke aikata laifuka a gwarin fada ke Abuja ba sa samun nasarar yin haka kuma. Wakiliyarmu Habiba Oladipo ta ruwaito mana cewa wanda ya bayyana haka shine jami'in ɗan sanda mai kulawa da sashin mai suna Baba Gana Galadima a shirin nan na 'yan sanda na satin nan da gidan talabijin na Channel 5 ke gabatarwa. Ya ƙara da cewa an samu nasarar sauƙin ne saboda haɗin kai waɗansu jami'an tsaro na sa kai da suke taimakawa da kuma hukumar 'yan sanda. An yi gargaɗi ga masu manyan gidaje da 'yan kasuwanni da ke babban birnin tarayya da su yi gaggawar saka alamar da zai nuna idan wutar gobara zai tashi. Wakiliyarmu Maryam George Tuvo ta ruwaito mana cewa gwamnati ta yi wannan gargaɗi ne domin rage yawaitan samun gobara da ake samuwa, wanda ta yi kira ga cewa ya kamata a kafa alamar a gidaje da kasuwanni domin kare rayuka da kuma kayayyakin al'umma. Jama'a, ƙarshen fasarar takaitattun labaran kenan, mu kwana lafiya.
Ekele m gị n'akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Okwu taa ka anyị si anabata gị n'akụkọ ụwa nke uhuruchi a. Ọka akụkọ ka bụkwa m Rachel Ifi Ono. Gere akụkọ ụwa n'uju ya. Kansụl ahọpụtara n'ime obodo Limba Ebagi nke dị n'okpuru ọchịchị Abaji Usman Aminu ewetala asambodo maka ntuliaka ha mere n'okpuru ụbọchị 24 nke ọnwa Eprel n'afọ 2021. Ifeoma Ojinta wetara akụkọ na o wetara ya bụ asambodo site n'aka onyeisi ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị n'isi ala anyị Yahaya Bello. Ọ gakwara n'ihu kwuo na ya bụ nwa amadi nọ n'otu ndọrọndọrọ ọchịchị APC meriri mmadụ 4 ndị ọzọ ya na ya zọrọ ya bụ ọchịchị. Ndị omekome nakwa ndị ọjọọ ndị ọzọ nọ n'obodo Gwarimpa n'isi ala anyị abụrụ na ndị nke ekpochapụrụ site n'aka ndị ọrụ nche ala anyị nakwa ndị obibi ya bụ obodo. Habibu Oladipo wetara akụkọ na onyeisi ndị uwe ojii n'obodo Gwarimpa Baba Gana Galadima kpughere nke a mgbe o sonyere n'ihe omume a na-eme na ngalaba NTA Channel 5 nke akpọrọ Kpọọ Ndị Uwe Ojii. N'iji belata ọkụ ọgbụgba maọbụ ịla ihe ndị eji ebi ndụ n'iyi dịka ọkụ gbachapụrụ goro ọtụtụ ndị ma daa ụfọdụ ogbenye ọnụ ntụ. Mariam George Jitubo wetara akụkọ na ụlọọrụ na-emebi iwu n'okpuru ọchịchị obodo kpọkuru ụlọọrụ na-ahụ maka ọkụ ọgbụgba ka ha gbaa mbọ hụ na ụlọ ọbụla ewuru n'isi ala anyị bụ nke gọọmenti nakwa nke na-abụghị nke gọọmenti were ihe ncheta maka ọkụ fire alerting system na bekee, n'ihi na nke a ga-enye aka belata ọkụ ọgbụgba n'isi ala anyị nakwa n'ala anyị niile gbaa gburugburu. Onye ọma na-ege ntị, ebe a ka anyị pịachiri akụkọ ụwa nke taa. Ọ ga-adịrị gị na mma.
You
ròyìn iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá ló ń dé sí etí ìgbọ̀nyín látẹnu Bọ́lájí Mátì. Aṣojú ẹni ní wọ́ọ̀dù Rimba Ìbàgì ní ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ Abaji Usman Aminu Yizo ọmọ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú APC ti tẹ́wọ́ gba èdìdí wípé ó gbégbá orókè nínú ìbò àtúndì tó wáyé ní ọjọ́ 24 oṣù tí a wà yìí. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Ifeoma Ọ̀jìntà ròyìn wípé lásìkò ètò ìdìbò l'Àbújá, alákòóso ètò ìdìbò l'Àbújá Yàyà Bello ló fi èdìdí ọ̀hún lé aṣojú ẹni ní ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ ọ̀hún lọ́wọ́ gẹ́gẹ́ bí aṣojú ẹni tí wọ́n dìbò yàn sórí ìjókòó ọ̀hún. Aṣojú ẹni Usman Wodi ló ṣojú wọ́ọ̀dù ọ̀hún tẹ́lẹ̀ rí kí ikú tó mú lọ, èyí ló fa ètò àtúndì ìbò ọ̀hún. Ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ àwọn agbófinró àti àwọn tó ń gbé lágbègbè Gwarinpa ń yọrí sí rere torí pé wọ́n ti dẹ́kun iṣẹ́ àwọn ọ̀daràn jàǹdùkú àti àwọn oníṣẹ́ búburú lágbègbè ọ̀hún. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Àbíbá Ọládípọ̀ ròyìn wípé ọ̀gá àgbà àgọ́ ọlọ́pàá Gwarinpa Baba Gana Galadima ló sọ èyí di mímọ̀ lásìkò tó yọjú sí orí ètò pé ọlọ́pàá tó wáyé lọ́sẹ̀ yìí ní iléeṣẹ́ amóhùnmáwòrán ìkànnì karùn-ún ti ìlú Àbújá. Àti dẹ́kun jàǹbá iná àti àwọn jàǹbá mìíràn jẹ́ ohun tí ó ń kan àwọn ènìyàn lóminú ní ìlú Àbújá. Èyí ló mú àjọ tó ń gbógun ti jàǹbá iná ṣe ìkìlọ̀ fún àwọn oníṣẹ́ àdáni àti àwọn tó nílé yíká ìlú Àbújá wípé kí wọ́n gbìyànjú láti ní ẹ̀rọ tó ń tani lólobó tí jàǹbá bá ń kanlẹ̀kùn. Alákòjọpọ̀ ìròyìn Mariam George Jitubo ròyìn wípé ilé ìgbìmọ̀ asòfin kékeré ló pe àjọ ọ̀hún níjà wípé gbogbo ilé ìjọba, àwọn ọjà yíká ìlú Àbújá àti orílẹ̀-èdè lápapọ̀ ní láti rí ẹ̀rọ ọ̀hún láti lè dáàbò bo ẹ̀mí àti dúkìá gbogbogbò. Kì í dùn kó pọ̀ ṣé ó ní ọbẹ̀ oge. Títí ìwòye ọ̀la, Ojúmọ́ Ire ni yóò mọ́ wa.